What's up, guys? Your King and I, Vince of Valentine EX Turk. I'm very tired and lazy, so I'm not going to be on the webcam today for this. But after watching the Noctis, trailer for Dissida NT, I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to address some things, or at least some predictions. You know, some earlier predictions I had before. And I know this is going to be probably a controversial one, but I have to talk about it. I think there's a good possibility that Ardyn will most likely be the villain. Now, most likely, from what I see, is that they're probably not going to have a villain for the Final Fantasy 13 bracket, or 14, or 15 bracket, or even the Type 0 bracket. But, you know, things could change. Things could very well change. Remember, we got Ramza from Tactics. We never thought in a million years we'd have a Final Fantasy Tactics character in Dissida, and we did. So, you know, it could be a possibility. Plus, Ardyn was the original villain for Final Fantasy 15, even though the boss battle was completely disappointment, and it was. It was, I'm not gonna lie. They should have at least made Ardyn's level cap twice as yours. That would have been a lot better. But I understand they're trying to make it Final Fantasy 15 player friendly for anybody who doesn't play Final Fantasy games on the regular basis. But I'm not going to talk about that fight. I already discussed it. What happened in the story, Noctis got a power boost from Bahamut and became an immortal spirit, but still had to give up his body after, you know, defeat Ardyn. He got the power boost. Woohoo! Yeah, he beat Ardyn because of that. So pretty much Noctis became a Mary Sue. So, you know, so pretty much, yeah, we already know about that, but I think it's possible. Rayvis was not really a villain. Sure, he was a cool villain, like everybody liked Rayvis, even I did. I'm a Rayvis fan, and Rayvis has a lot of fangirls, but Rayvis was not really a villain. You know, Rayvis was actually Noctis' rival who went completely bad. Pretty much, Rayvis is a better version of Cypher. If there's a better version of Cypher out there, it'd be Rayvis Nox Fleury. You know. But the difference is he hated the Chancellor Azunia's guts. You could tell. So you could tell he had some good in him. Then he challenged Idolus Outcrop for the throne, which, you know, was kind of foolish because Idolus was stronger than him. But anyways, besides me mumbling around, I think Ardyn's a better choice. Sure, yes, he would have the exact moveset as Noctis, but, you know, even then, you know, if you really look at it, Sephiroth's movesets are a little bit similar to Cloud's. They just changed the names and in the way it's executed. But, you know, even if, okay, sure, if Ardyn were to have royal arms and it was the red royal arms, which would be pretty cool, because I think I kind of like the Star Scourge, you know, evil power of the kings, you know, the corrupted power of the kings, just because, well, I like red, you know. You know, that's why for Star Wars, I like Sith characters because they use red sabers. You know, and red's one of my favorite, you know, colors because how badass it is when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that'd be pretty cool to put that in there. But you know, I think with Ardyn, they would have to change a little bit of things to give him more of a moveset than the royal arms. You know. Since Ardyn could turn into other people, maybe instead of making him turn to other people, you know, then again it could be kind of a. Then again, if he was able to turn to other people, then pretty much it'd be a cop out of Mortal Kombat Shang Tsung. You know, instead of doing that, I was thinking what would be good moveset for Ardyn besides the corrupted royal arms is he uses, you know. He uses, you know, he uses other people's weapons, you know. I know that's kind of sound Gilgamesh thing, but like I could see him, because he does have, you know, he does use Prompto's gun. He actually does use Prompto's gun, you know, for a little bit. So maybe, I don't know. I think it's possible to actually have it where maybe he could use Sephiroth's sword, Cloud's sword, or anybody else's without transforming. You know, but it would only be one attack. You could only do it in one attack, or maybe if for Ardyn's combat, maybe his corrupted royal power of the kings and royal arms could be a little bit different than Noctis's by giving him a second power. It could actually copy each of the weapons. You know, you just use your regular royal arms. It switches from Cloud's Buster Sword, Sephiroth's sword, Squall's Gunblade. You know, Noctis's Engine Blade. You know, I don't know, something cool to make Ardyn a little bit different than just another copycat of Noctis. I mean, well, he's not a copycat of Noctis because, again, like I said in my video, he's actually a parallel to Noctis because they're both Lucis Cealum kings with kind of a similar backstory, except Ardyn chose to be bad. You know, Ardyn chose to be evil because someone else was chosen and not him, which already can't cover that. But, you know, this would also get him connected to Spiritus also. I think Spiritus will use Ardyn on the fact that even though Ardyn is not the strongest Final Fantasy villain to fight against, final boss-wise, you gotta remember, he was pure evil. Like, pure evil. He darkened the sun so demons would run the world, and then he made himself look like a savior, even though he's responsible for the Niflheim Empire. So he pretty much betrayed his own teammates, pretty much, to say he was a hero and defeated the Niflheim Empire. Remember, Ardyn is pretty much, like I said, he's actually the Final Fantasy version of the devil, you know. Jealous king who makes himself out to be an angel of light, but he's actually an angel of darkness. Even Bahamut has confirmed, you know, he reigned darkness and brought the demons with him, you know. Considering when you get rid of Ardyn, the demons come up and get destroyed after Ardyn's defeated once and for all. So, pretty much, yeah. You know, I think Ardyn would be a good character for the villains. And even if they don't put a Final Fantasy 13 villain, which I hopefully... Caius. I could see probably Lightning fighting him and having a little bit of... I could see Lightning having a little bit of monologue toward Ardyn. And, you know, I can see Lightning getting real pissed because she probably knows from Noctis all the evil, fucked up crimes that Ardyn did. Now, if they lose their memory, it's probably not going to be like that. But Ardyn's going to show, he's going to show his true colors like he did in Final Fantasy 15. He may actually help the heroes out to help them face their villains and then betray them afterwards. You know, just like he did with Final Fantasy 15, because that's what they do in Dissida. They play out the same kind of story. As you remember when, Cloud, when Sephiroth tried to strike Tifa, Cloud came in to save Tifa, and it's just like the Nibelheim incident. I think they might play it off as this for Ardyn as well, is that they might have Ardyn be on Spiritus' team just a little bit, but then he'll try to kill Spiritus, which will get all the other characters mad. Because you know how Ardyn plays sides. You know how Ardyn plays sides. You know, this, I mean, but I think it's perfect for Spiritus to have Ardyn as the team member, considering Ardyn's pure evil. He's like Kefka. He's pretty much Kefka evil, you know. He makes Sephiroth look like a decent guy to have a drink with. And sure, he wasn't that strong, you know, in the final battle because Noctis' power boosts, but dude was pure evil. The dude was just completely fucked up. Spiritus likes that. Spiritus is different than Chaos. He likes all that. Considering, you know, Materia's all about finding finding the biggest superheroes who save their worlds. This will be perfect. You know, Ardyn betraying them and then going after Materia himself, gets all the other characters real mad and they want a piece of Ardyn, you know. Not to mention, I mean, now it kind of would be cheap to have Ardyn and Noctis on a team, considering they both Royal Arm users, and Royal Arm's going to be really powerful skill set, because I think it's like Marksman Assassin, I think that's what class those two would be in. But dude, it would be pretty awesome if they added Ardyn to the roster of the villains for Dissida and T. Don't get me wrong, I would like Ravis better, but remember, Ravis was not really much of a villain. And I explained it. Idolus didn't get screen time, and he wasn't much of a villain. He was manipulated by Ardyn. Ardyn was responsible for everything in 15. So let me know in the comments if you want Ardyn or not, and as Dissida roster, and may the crystal be with you.